السلام عليكم طلبتنا الأعزاء. محاضرتنا لهذا اليوم هي الترجمة التعاقبية لطلبة المرحلة الثالثة. Greeting dear students. Our lecture for today is the consecutive interpreting for the stage 3, for the third stage of the translation department in the College of Art المستنصرية University. Let us first define the consecutive interpretation. What do we mean by consecutive interpretation? Consecutive interpretation is a mode of interpreting where the speaker pauses after a segment of speech, allowing the interpreter time to convey the message in another language. So it is unlike simultaneous interpretation, where the interpreter interprets in real time without waiting for pauses. Consecutive interpreters listen to the speech or presentation and then interpret it after segments, often taking notes to aid the memory. Let's imagine that there are two people speaking different languages. One is speaking Arabic and the other is speaking English. When the English person speaks for let's say 30 seconds, let's say he speaks 2 sentences and he pauses, he stops. The interpreter would wait for the person to stop, and then he would analyze and take note for the statement of the speaker, and then he would deliver it to the listener. So it is different from the simultaneous interpreting, which is simultaneously continuing, while the interpretation, the consecutive interpreting, it is different. So let us see what challenges that the consecutive interpreter may face during their work. First one is memory load. Keeping track of long segments of speech can be difficult, as interpreters must remember details accurately before rendering them into another language. 2. Note-taking skills. Developing an effective note-taking system is essential. Ineffective note-taking can lead to misinterpretation or loss of information. Number 3, fluency and speed. The interpreter must maintain fluency while ensuring that the interpretation is accurate and aligns closely with the speaker's intent. 4. Context understanding. Interpreters need to understand the context and nuances of both languages to accurately convey the meaning, which can be challenging due to cultural differences and idiomatic expression. 5. Emotional tone. Conveying the emotional tones and intent of the original message can be tricky, especially in sensitive situations. So the interpreter should personalize the speaker, should, let's say, put himself in the speaker's shoes so that he can deliver the interpretation, the feedback, the productions in an accepted way, so that his interpretation can be original, can be the second original. Number 6, speaker variability. Different speakers have different style, speaking rates, and accents which can affect the interpreter's ability to deliver an accurate interpretation. So let us see what solutions that are recommended to the challenges, to overcome the challenges. Number one, practice regularly. So we always say practice, practice, practice. Practice is very important, especially for the fresh interpreters. So whether simultaneous interpreters or consecutive interpreters. So practice is one of the important aspects for them to acquire the skills of interpretation. Continuous practice in interpreting scenarios can build confidence and skill. Confidence is very important. You have to have the confidence. You should have confidence in your ability, in yourself, to be able to deliver the meaning, the ideas effectively. Engage in exercises that stimulate real-life interpreting situations. So class is the place in which you would exercise the real-life interpreting situation. So you have to utilize this time. You have to utilize your teacher's ability, your colleagues who speak English well, to make real life situations and interpret with them. So it is very important. Master note-taking. Spend time of perfecting a concise and efficient note-taking system that suits personal learning and interpreting styles. 3. Enhance language proficiency. Maintain and improve fluency in both the source and the target languages through reading, speaking, and listening practices. So it is very important for the interpreter to maintain the fluency, to be able to deliver the message without any mistake, with minor mistakes, so that it can be understood, the message can be well effective. Record and analyze. Record mock interpretation and analyze performance. Focus on strength and areas needing improvement and seek constructive feedback. So for example, if you want to record for yourself, the recording would help you to see the shortcomings in your productions, where the shortcoming is, what areas or what spot that need to be remedied, to be addressed. So it is very important. Stay informed, keep abreast of current affairs, terminologies, and general knowledge in relevant fields that may be encountered during interpreting. Number 6, work on public speaking skills. Developing strong oral skills will help in delivering interpretation clearly and effectively, mimicking the structure and delivery of original speaker. So you have, the interpreter should have public speaking skills, as he would speak before a wide range of audience, and in the audience may be prime minister, ministers, or president, or even officials and director generals. So it is very important for the interpreter to have public and speaking skills to avoid any disruption. 7, be patient and reflective. Understanding that developing interpretation skills takes time. Encourage self-reflection on experiences and seek avenues for growth in areas that pose challenging. So if there are any areas that may need some improvement, so the interpreter has to focus on these areas and has to train himself on how to overcome these challenging. And since our lecture is online, so it would be difficult for me to give you an example or to show you how can I interpret consecutively during the real-time situations. So when we meet in person, of course, I would give you an example and we would play some roles about how to make interpretations or consecutive interpretation easy for the students. So thank you so much for listening. I wish you a very good and fruitful day.